So I'm going to pose to you a question. And I'll go last because I've got a few. So if you steal mine...
Oh, outstanding.
So the question is, move a fringe player to another club in the NRL who desperately needs him. So, like, say, we've got 4 or 5 weeks to whatever, the May 28 time. If you're a club, you can go with 2, and if you've only got 1, you got 1. You can move the player and then move him to the club that most needs him. So, Luke, you go first.
All right. You ready?
Go.
Go on.
I'd put Xavier Coates at Manly.
You.
I think if Xavier Coates is on Manly, we win the comp because our backline have no weaknesses at all. And I put Jackson Ford at Souths.
Ooh, that's very spicy. That's a I didn't ever think of Jackson Ford. Yeah, I
don't want to piss on the poor old Dragons, but he's an amazing forward, and especially as a team like South are looking to, because I thought of it like a team that's willing to contend that needs to win. That extra piece to win. They're very skinny in the forwards. He's the exact kind of forward they're missing.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think you're spot on. I had Xavier Coates, but I had him going to the Dragons or the Dogs. I didn't even think of Manly, to be honest, because fuck man, they're good enough. They don't need just beat us 9-8. They would have beat us 20-8 if they had Xavier Coates. Andrew, you want to go your 2?
I've only got 1, and it was Aitken to the Titans.
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
That's a very Titans move.
Cool one. We're going to save that. Yeah. That's a perfect one. That's a perfect
We'll save that. I'll put a mark on that for sure.
Put a mark on that, mate. Mark words.
Have I embarrassed myself by getting in behind you and Aiken earlier?
No, he's not a bad player. Look,
he's not a bad player.
People were talking. He beat GI 1-on-1, and then everyone was like, "He's going to be a New South Wales Blues centre."
He was touted for New South Wales.
Yeah, he's not. Joke. But I think in the right
form at the time.
Yeah, I think at the right under the right coaching environment. That's why I said Manly. If there's players, Des has made great players, and he's a better base to build from than some of those. So
his growth is just stunted at the club, John. That's all.
Yeah,
it'd be like Sean Johnson at the Warriors. Triggered.
It's not you, it's me.
Oi. Chill out.
Triggered.
All right, mailman. What about your Warriors? Who have you got coming to your Warriors to save them?
Well, you've helped me out. Yeah, Tom Opacek to come and help us out in the centres there. And then maybe Dave Rennie to come and coach.
He's going to be free soon. What's his pedigree, Rennie? Being a Union fan, I probably should know that, but I don't know much about him.
Was he coaching the Chiefs? I'm pretty sure he's coaching the Chiefs. Anyway, the other thing I was wondering, who would you add to the Raiders to get them over the line? Is that too much of a curveball?
No, I think they need some help on the bench. That's probably their weak spot for me. Yeah. I'm trying to think, like what's his name?
Big front rower as well.
Yeah. Imagine they had Paul Vaughan. Put Paul Vaughan back in that team.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a fringe first grader.
No. I'm saying they need help on the bench. Like they got Silo Havili who comes on and is like a bit of a hybrid. Like
what about Tamo Kamika, the big fella?
Yeah, I don't mind that because you probably get him at the right price.
Yeah, bring back Dane Teals.
Just keep him out of the dorm rooms. Oh, no,
I will say this much though: if Terry Campese was on this Raiders side, that they'd go very close to winning it all.
Yeah,
or Carney.
Yeah, Carney.
Which version of Carney?
We had a great night out once with him. I'll tell you this night, we were in Canberra, right? So there was a uni bar just down the road from our uni. And on a Wednesday night, you know when you're a student, you're like, oh, it's Wednesday, let's just get blind. Like, yep, cool, no worries. So we went down to this place called the Lighthouse. So Carney, Dane Tilse was there, and a couple of other Raiders on a Wednesday night on the syrup, as you do when you're a professional footballer in the middle of the season.
Yep.
So this bloke, we had a lot of kids come from interstate to do this sports media course. So we're poleaxed, as you start drinking after your lecture at 4, it's probably 11 o'clock at night. So my mate who's from Adelaide is poleaxed and he starts going Carney, like not trying to fight him, but verbally. And he starts yelling at him, "You're trash, Gaznia. You're never going to make Origin this year. You're an absolute cat." He starts abusing him, and Carney's just sitting there going, being an NRL player in Canberra, like, how does this bloke not know who I am? And he just continuously goes in until Dane Tills pipes up and was like, had the shits. And then there's my little mate just trying to stop him. He's like, "Mate, he's Poleax. He's from Adelaide. He doesn't even know who he is."
He doesn't know who you are.
So imagine being Todd Carney. And this is when Todd Carney was a decent player. And he's like, mate, there's some bloke at the lighthouse.
He's a good player, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he's not. And he's just abusing him, going, you're not even going to make Origin this year, Gaznia, you're shit.
What year was it? Did you make it?
No, he didn't make it. It wasn't that year. So all right, I've got a couple. So I've got this is stolen off my first one's stolen off one of the boys that are in our Discord, our Late Mail Crew Discord. Is Jake Clifford to the Dogs because they need some sort of
that's good. I like that.
some sort of
Clifford,
creativity. So that was sort of a group one, but he sort of come up with it. I got
Jack Clifford won't be fringe. He'll be starting.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, he's fringe at the
Lovely,
Cowboys.
though.
That for some reason
He's
they don't
fringe of
give
the Cowboys, though.
For some reason, he's fringe at the Cowboys. Go figure. I got another Cowboy, Ruben Cotter, the young hooker who's probably third in line up there now.
Now we're digging. Now I like it.
And I've got him either to the Titans because you can just put a line through their hookers, and
Pete and Rain.
yeah, all aboard. Go yourself, Mitch.
Go yourself,
Go
Rain.
yourself, Mitch. And I got him at the Knights, maybe
blasphemy.
with Jaden Brayley done his knee or done his ACL. I thought maybe you could pick a Ruben Cotter up and feed him in. And my other one's Matt Burton from the Panthers. He's third string at the moment. Not that they're going to let him go, but we're talking hypothetically. And I think he could fit anywhere from the Titans, Dogs, and maybe be at the starting six at the Knights and lock
Mate, he'd
himself
be a
in.
starter in most places. I reckon
Yeah.
he'd be starting by the end of the year.
Yeah, we've said it. We've said it
agree.
on Late Mail Crew pods that we think he would be a definite starter at many other clubs. I think he pushes Luai out anyway, but
Yeah, and then you can put Luai somewhere else.
yeah. Well, Luai could be that guy who could be a fringe mover.
Mm-hmm.
All right, outstanding work.